according to an anonymous source inside the SEC, Gary Gensler is about to resign, or actually has already resigned. This is supposedly, allegedly, due to an internal investigation into his misconduct. The absolute astounding array of contradictory statements that Gary Gensler has made, both about cryptocurrency before he's been in office, during his time in office as the chair of the SEC, and now at his maturity. We have scarcely ever seen such an example of someone who has played both sides of the field here. We all sort of expect that things might not be the easiest for cryptocurrency, that there will be regulations, that there will be some form of, rules to follow. That's not something that I think the industry is against. But having someone who is actually, I guess, trying to do it in good faith is something that we'd only hope for. And what feels like is the case with Gary is that it doesn't necessarily feel all the time that he is acting in good faith or being fair. So I've always been a believer that things will work out when there's so much money on the line and there's so much self-interest for America to become a crypto hub. And that seems to be the way that the world will shake out eventually. This does call into question a lot of stuff for Biden. It doesn't look great for Biden coming into the election season. But if he's able to put in someone who the public likes, who all of a sudden becomes fairly favorable, so that, he has time to put in a new nominee that actually gets, some favorability, that looks like people are enjoying what he's doing, how he's running the organization, that could be a turn of events, a positive turn of events. I really hope that whatever happens next is positive for the crypto industry. A lot of people say that the last bear market was harder. I sort of disagree. I feel like this one was harder because the scale was bigger. It was more of a hot topic politically. I felt like this bear market's been harder, and this would be a huge victory for crypto if it does happen. I hope that there's some logic and some actual, reasonable approaches to rulemaking and to helping essentially America not slip behind in what is the most important technological race besides AI in the world. It does seem as though we might be getting a new chair of the SEC. Let's hope that they are reasonable and want to work with the industry in a reasonable way. So we're seeing crypto make huge steps forward, huge leaps forward when it comes to victories in the court system. How are we going to deal with this new technology? This is not something that one person should ever have the right to decide. This is something that we as a nation have to come together and decide. The constituents, the voters, the American people need to guide this process with their lawmakers, their congressional representatives. This is the process. This is what America was sort of built for: checks and balances, and effectively the voice of the people. And we're speaking up, and this is a huge, huge opportunity for us to show, hey, no, we want these freedoms. We want this opportunity. We want to participate in this new world.